What do you got?
Ooh, I got the package, brother. The McMuffs. The McMuffs.
Let's go. Good morning, friends and family, and welcome back to The Way Outdoors. Today is Sunday, October 20th. It is about 8:45 in the morning, and we are on the south side of Moab, Utah. Got the canyon walls. As you can see, I am not driving the vehicle. Today, we got Dom.
What up?
Dom's at the wheel and driving us down here. Currently, we are heading south out of Moab, Utah. We're going to be going through the towns of Monticello and Blanding. From there, we will be heading west towards the Cedar Mesa and Natural Bridges area. We will start the hike by heading to the Grand Gulch Ranger Station, where we have our permit printed out, but we're just going to check in with the rangers. You got to get there in between 8 a.m. and noon. They are open on a Sunday and will actually be closed for this season, I think, late October. So the plan for this trip, though, is a duplicate of our Grand Gulch trip we did back in 2018. I will put the link to the video right here, but that video was with Dom, Jake, their buddy Sam, and then Jamie and I. So that was back in 2018, 6 years later now. That was my first backpacking trip with Dom and Jake, just super cool. So doing the same hike, it's a little over 20 miles. We will be dropping a bike off at the Grand Gulch Ranger Station and then driving down to the Bullet Canyon Trailhead to start. So we'll be hiking down Bullet Canyon today, passing by Jailhouse Ruin, the Perfect Kiva, and a couple other ruins. Once we hit the confluence with the actual Grand Gulch, we'll be turning right, heading north up the Grand Gulch, just as we did last time. And from there are a couple side canyons we didn't get to check out last time. Sheik's Canyon and Toady Canyon. Sheik's Canyon has the green mask panel, a really cool pictograph panel, as well as the best water source in the canyon. It's called the Green Mask Spring. So we're hoping that that was going to be a good source for water. And then continuing up Sheik's Canyon, hopefully we'll get up to the Jailhouse ruin, which is a really cool spot as well. And then from there, if we get to the Jailhouse, we'll turn back down Sheik's and head to the Grand Gulch, connect back with that, and then continue to head north up to the final destination of the Grand Gulch Ranger Station. Today is Sunday, October 20th, and we plan to hike out Tuesday, October 22nd. 3 days, 2 nights, a little over 20 miles. The weather for this trip is showing some rain today into the evening, possibly some scattered thunderstorms, although the accumulation isn't too much at all. After today, Monday and Tuesday are both showing excellent weather, sunny. Lows are going to be in the maybe high 30s, possibly low 40s, and in the daytime up into the 50s or 60s. We did just drive through some pretty good rain, and it's looking pretty clear now the way that we're going to be going. You got the La Salle Mountains there, beautiful. Going to be heading out kind of this direction, so skies are looking better than we hope, but we are prepared for any of the elements. We have tons of cold weather gear, rain jackets, everything we need, plenty of food, water, beer, the usual. I have yet to do a backpacking trip this year. Done a couple car camping trips and some 14er hikes with Dom, but this will be the first time hoisting the pack, even though it's almost November. So we're gonna get this trip in. We got about 2 hours to the ranger station and might be starting the hike in a little bit of kind of sprinkling rain, but again, we've done this trip, we know the route, we know what we're in for. Sandy washes, could be a little muddy because of the rain, But all in all, we did pack in a lot of water. Dom has 12 liters, 3 gallons of water, which is like 25 pounds of water. I can do about the same. We're gonna determine once we get to the trailhead. Let's get the rest of this 2-hour drive down to the Grand Gulch Ranger Station done and get this adventure started. We ready?
Yeah, brother. Let's go. The desert waits.
Had to grab some breakfast. Went for the McDonald's this time. McDonald's hash browns.
Yeah. Hash browns.
Hash browns are good. Went with the sausage, egg, and cheese.
I think when I was in high school, the Taco Bell created this thing called the $2 meal deal. You get like a chicken burrito, maybe 5-layer burrito, a double-decker taco, or like
2 hours later.
one other thing. Like you can pick any of those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a house on the way that I really like, but some of these houses are
So how's the drive going so far?
wet. No, it's not bad. Sun's been in our eyes, but other than that,
Kind of nice to have the sun in our eyes, as opposed to clouds and rain though.
moving forward, we progress.
We're going just out of Monticello here. Make one last stop, gas station or something, hit the bathroom, maybe pick up a gallon of water or something. Dom wants a donut after
a
eating
coffee.
McDonald's and a coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta carb up, it's true. So yeah, I'll make a quick stop, probably have some phone service in Monticello real quick, send out last texts and all that, and then on to the desert. These mountains are pretty awesome. Got some dusting of snow on them. High clouds kind of hanging on them. We'll get through Monticello, down through Blanding, and then that is when we hook right, heading west on a highway I can't remember, and get near Grand Gulch. All right, we are on Colorado 95, now heading west, just passed through Blanding. So from here, I think it's about maybe 30, 40 minutes to the ranger station. We're gonna drop down, I think it's called Comb Wash, and then you pop back up and then head towards Bears Ears and Cedar Mesa. Sprinkling a little bit, but to the west looks pretty good. We're gonna be out kind of in this direction. Beautiful. Love the desert in the fall. Do you love the desert in the fall?
I love the desert in the fall, brother. Petrified dunes, dog. Dog.
All right, well, we have turned south, headed towards the Grand Gulch Ranger Station, leaving the weather kind of behind us. Some clouds pass by, and looking west, it's pretty clear. We're heading down the road here, should be at the station in, I think, only a few minutes. Grab our permit, and then we'll be driving to the trailhead. Oh, another note, you have to get permits ahead of time. You can do a walk-in, but I'd been checking throughout the week, so I pulled 2 permits. They allow 20 people to enter from a given trailhead each day, and Dom and I are the only 2 people starting from Bullet Canyon today, unless there's some walk-ins, but that would mean that, yeah, we should be the only group heading down into the canyon today. So if that's true, we will have all of Bullet to ourselves, and it should be a great trip. I don't know if the weather deterred people, because, I mean, to be honest, over the last 2 to 3 days, Colorado, especially all the mountains, definitely got snow. Pretty much, yeah, I mean, 14er season, mountain climbing season's done, unless you're going to be doing winter spikes and gear. Let's go. Grand Gulch 2024. Not redemption, because we had a good time last time. Well, I said 5 or 10 minutes, folks, and
Here he is.
it was like 1 minute. So here we are, Grand Gulch Ranger Station. Grab our permit.
But yeah, we could definitely just wait for the trail.
All right, permit acquired. Dom, permit is acquired.
Was the camera on? Wait. I think the camera's on.
We got the permit leaving the Grand Gulch Ranger Station. I think it's like 8.4 miles to the trailhead. Stopped in there, maybe 15 minutes or so. Chatted with the ranger, he gave us the 411. One cool thing is, again, we did pack a lot of water. I think I have 8 or 9 liters, Dom has 12, and they got a ton of rain down here. He said they got like a 1/4 inch the other day, and all sources should be flowing, and there should be potholes everywhere, so we're probably gonna dump water and maybe only carry in 3 to 4 liters, I would think. My dinners do take water, so you could carry more in so you don't have to filter it when you're down there, because that takes time, but carrying it in is also heavy, so there's just kind of that juggling of, do you want to spend the time to filter questionable water or just carry in your nice water from your home water. The skies out here at night are incredible. I think this is like a registered dark sky kind of area. There's just no towns around here to give any sort of light pollution, so the stars are just ridiculous in the middle of the night. All the ruins are still there in pretty much same shape. One of them's kind of closed. You can get near it but not really walk through it, which is fine. All right, made it to the Bullet Canyon Trailhead.
So at this point, will I probably ditch the bike?
1 mile. That's up to you, and then just pick it back up after.
Yeah, just trail run this.
We're heading down. It's a mile from the highway turnoff down to the Bullet Canyon Trailhead. A little muddy, but not bad at all. We haven't had an issue, and it's pretty dried and packed down. Here we are. There is a bathroom. I forgot. Yeah. Here we are. Bullet Canyon Trailhead. And we are the
there's
one other truck. All right.
That's perfect.
Is that perfect?
That's perfect.
Oh yeah, one other vehicle. They did say some guys went down about 2 or 3 days ago and maybe are coming out today, so that could be this group. It is 11:25. We are here at the Bullet Canyon Trailhead. There's only one other vehicle past us here.
Wait a sec, the most important thing, we've got World of Warcraft. We got World of Warcraft sour treats. Like, look at these.
Wow. Branded.
I like to play World of Warcraft too.
There's an orc on it. We're gonna just go through the packs real quick. Maybe take some things out, definitely dump a little bit of water since we won't be needing it. And get the hike going. Again, I think we're gonna be the only group heading out today. 6 years ago, we left from this trailhead. It was raining. And what do you got?
Fear movie lions.
A little stone. Stone Fear Movie Lions. Hazy Double IPA. 8.5%. All right.
Yeah, we can split that if you want, to be honest.
Did you hear that guy?
You want to always make sure you properly hydrate when you drink too, so banana.
Today, I have Fremont Field to Ferment Fresh Hop Pale Ale. They also do Head Full of Fresh Hops. And the third is Kowichi Canyon, which is another great one. But yeah, Fresh Hop IPA, you really get a ton of hop on the nose.
I don't think any of this will be in the video.
Fremont Field to Ferment Fresh Hop Ale.
Yeah, I like to bring the Osprey because also, like, I haven't used this in a while. It's good.
All right, ready to go. I think it's 12:30 on the dot. So we just signed in the register. Still some patchy clouds, but this is gonna be the end of the kind of rainy weather we're gonna have for the trip. But we're gonna get going, warm up a little bit. It's kind of right at that point where it's a little chilly till we get moving. So let's get going. We've been talking a lot. Need to get hiking.
Oh,
Time to hoist.
Oh, we are? Okay.
Yeah, we're hoisting. Oh yeah. Can't stop a man in the midst of a hoist.
It's certainly wrong.
That is definitely wrong.
Just tugs you. It's
Just like the good old days.
It's like, hey.
Ready to roll. Heading out. Grand Gulch 2024. Let's go.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm always right.
We're already lost. No, so there's an upper trail above the gulch itself, And then it showed from the parking lot, you can just kind of drop right down through some rock, which I think we did last time. But we were just kind of hanging up on the shelf, and Dom has the way. There's a cairn. So we're just dropping down just a little bit, and we'll be down into the gulch. Already. It takes like 5 minutes to get down in this place. We're about to walk into that gulch.
I know, dude.
These are the first steps. So, first ruins. I think it's cliff ruin, actually. It would make sense, but... Crazy to be back.
It is. It's funny. Just like knowing that we... So crazy.
On this little yellow guy hanging in there. He's the only one on this whole bush. But I wanted to mention this overhang here. So again, going back to our first video, we took a break there. First little break of the trip. And it was funny because, you know, obviously on these trips I edit these walk-by shots, and I had us hanging out under this overhang, and then I showed a walk-by of us starting about here and just walking along the path, which makes no sense. If we were hanging out in there, we would have just gone through. So anyways, a little convoluted, but...
We were movie producers, okay?
Yeah.
We were making a movie.
This is a Scorsese production.
Yeah.
So last time we were here was about the 3rd week in March, and it is now the 3rd week in October. So pretty much the same kind of temperature, just in the fall. Gonna get down here, some cottonwoods in the gulch, and looks like they're already turning yellow. Should have some different vibes down here and scenery. Very cool. So the canyon was real tight, brushy. I remember some rock pour-offs. There's one. So there's a lot of water here. It looks muddy, but can definitely be filtered. Very vivid memories. We're talking about only being six years ago, but we remember all this, and it's awesome. We have got some great colors starting down here. Some of them haven't quite started, but awesome. It's spitting rain a little bit. Got a rain jacket right next to me here in case, but kind of been going down the slick rock, through the wash, winding our way through. I know it does open up once we get towards Jailhouse Ruin and Perfect Kiva and all that. But so far so good. Great temperature. So we just passed a group of 5. They were heading out back up Bullet. I think they're the people that were on the register. It's sprinkling enough where Dom put his rain jacket on. I put my pack cover on, and then I just have my rain jacket covering the camera. But realized I think this is more of a windbreaker than a rain jacket. So the camera's getting a little kind of damp. Plugging along, how we doing?
Doing good. Optimistic Prime. Just gotta keep trucking.
We kind of forgot how much up and down climbing this is actually. You're in the wash, then you kind of skirt up to the right like we're doing, because that's pretty big boulders and all that. But yeah, it's a lot of work. When it says 6.7 miles to the confluence, those are some big miles. Yeah, it's hard to explain until you're down here. I mean, the trail's pretty non-existent for the most part, and you got to keep an eye on cairns. It's tough on the feet, and it's kind of muddy. So keep pushing. It's just after 2. Hoping the weather gets a little better. I had a small leak from one of my water bags, so my sleeping bag and a couple other things got a little damp, so we'll see how that looks. All right, so we are finally getting a little sun. That is looking up the way we came, Bullet. There's a canyon that's coming in from kind of the south here. I'm not sure what the name is. The sky's looking pretty nice. Pretty good stuff, yeah. So I think, yeah, we're about 3.4 miles and the confluence is 6.7. So that's pretty much exactly halfway. This is beautiful. Rain stopped. Got some dark clouds off to the side still, but got this place to ourselves. Glorious. Take a quick little break here. Looks good. So all this soil is actually living soil, so you're not supposed to walk on it. So we left our packs down there. We're gonna head up to the perfect Kiva. Up there, you can see a kind of rock structure up there in the alcove. And the Kiva is awesome. It's a structure with a ladder that you go down into this chamber. If you saw my first video, we went in there and plan to do it again. They did mention there's a lot of mouse poop. And to not go down there and breathe in the air because of mouse poop, you get hantavirus. So probably gonna cover my mouth, but go check this out, see how it looks. It's been 6 years. I'm sure it's pretty much the same, but it is a good little climb. These are the perfect Kiva ruins. So the Kiva's right there. You can go down there. Pretty cool. The pieces of pots, arrowheads, some corn cob. Pretty cool. If you come here, don't take any of this stuff. And pretty good structure here. Very impressive. So here's the Kiva. So the structure is in amazing condition. Got a hole on top that's charred. Probably had a fire pit. Oh, probably fires inside the fire ring here. Got the logs here.
Let's go down in there.
Yeah. Oh wow, there's a lot of rock art. I didn't notice. I'm heading into the Kiva. Cool pictographs. Some more over here. Another structure right here. You can see. Wow, like some green. What is this? That's really cool. So this is getting down to kind of the far end. So this is kind of a view looking back, one of the first structures. You got all of them there. There's Dom and the Kiva. What a cool place. Huge overhang, protected from the elements. Good view of the canyon. So you can kind of see everything. Weather coming in. If there were animals down here at this time of year. And I know that they did plant crops. They did harvest. I think they did corn down here as well as, I think, like squash and possibly melons maybe. But I know like squash and corn and maybe beans. But they grew it down somewhere in this valley, especially by Jailhouse ruin. But I'm gonna head down into that Kiva, hold my breath. All right, the ranger said to cover your mouth going down here. So, let's go. Pretty cool. Someone left these. All right. Pretty cool, hard to see. But I'm gonna get out of here.
Feel all of this move when you're walking.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wonder how long they'll allow this to be accessed.
Yeah, I wonder how long it'll hold.
So yeah, it's about 6 feet down there. I didn't even walk around. Last time I actually went down there.
I did too.
And yeah, I think we
were all down there.
Yeah, we went down there and sat and just looked around. Yeah, they're saying could get a disease from poop. So one last look here at the perfect Kiva ruins. Got the Kiva. Some buildings. This is the best building. Cool looking shot of the Kiva here. So we're under this overhang and it's not raining obviously, but I think it started to rain. So they got these little grind holes here from where they would grind up vegetables here. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them over there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ooh, look at that. That might have been kind of the rock they used for mashing up veggies. There's some corn cobs down here.
You can see there's...
It is so quiet out here.
It really is.
Wonder how many people lived here. You know, there are probably a couple more structures.
Probably just like a couple families.
Yeah. Cool spot. Cool spot. Pretty steep. You just kind of go on some of these slick rock benches, but we jammed up coming here. You lose that pack and that weight is just gone. You can just make quick work of this little slope. But coming down, be a little careful on your knees. What a cool place. You're saying that's definitely one of the best kept ruins. And the fact that there's the Kiva is pretty damn sweet. Well, cool. Well, only probably quarter mile, half mile down, get to Jailhouse Ruin. Really cool spot. You can't get to that upper deck, that cool white mask face, but we get up on the slick rock and can go up to that first layer, but we gotta go down canyon a little bit here, skirt back over. So we're gonna drop packs again and head on up. Walking up to Jailhouse Ruin. Some slick rock. Drop the packs right down in there. Got to come up the slick rock, which in the rain could be a little slippery.
You can see it's very...
But right now it's not bad. Yeah. Here's a cool little hollow. People have camped there with fire. Pretty sweet. But we'll be here in 30 seconds. So here's Jailhouse Ruin. This wall here is really cool. Still has kind of the plaster outer coating over the rock.
Crazy for sure.
Really curious about that upper area. They might have had ladders, but
I would bet.
I bet it's really cool up
or
there.
Or they were really good at climbing and just scaled up that shit.
Yeah. Some green and yellow. So this is looking at the structure. You can kind of see what's inside here. Pretty cool. So I'm not going to be going in there, of course. It's called Jailhouse Ruin. You know, this hole looks like you could fit a person in there, and then on the outside there's that little window, and they could put like a stone in front of it or something. I have no idea. Maybe it's just the name of the place for whatever reason, but this place is just completely enclosed. A room there. That used to be a little granary, I'm assuming. Store the grains and things during the winter seasons. But you got some cool carving stones and chiseling rocks. But I mean, just this construction is crazy. These sticks and this lashing, there's some lashing right here. So that cord is 800 years old, which is unbelievable. And just the fact that this is still, you can see the interior there on the wall on the right, sticks and all the plaster and all the twine. So again, not sure how they got up there. I was thinking a ladder through that. This did used to have a roof, so you could imagine maybe even a ladder on top of the roof going up, but cool spot. I mean, if you have this view, you live down here, I'm guessing they could have farmed some of this area. I mean, that kind of does look like an area where agriculture could have been done. Yeah, exactly. It looks like that would have been viable. It's like a flat, open area. So there's a little climb up. I filmed Dom on the way up. So we're gonna head back down and head down canyon. It opens up around this next corner, and all these cottonwoods are awesome. Great camping, I'm sure, but we camped last time right around this corner, and then we'll be heading down to the confluence. So let's get down this steep stuff and get going. What a cool place. Jailhouse ruin up there. I always thought there might be something up under there. It's a big overhang. If there isn't anything now, I could only imagine there would have been at some point. Just any protection from the elements. Sweet, got to see both ruins. Two of the best ones on the trip. And yet I've not seen Green Mask and Yellow House, which we will be doing tomorrow. And that will be super cool. So weather's still kind of doing the same old same. It's off and on rain tomorrow and Tuesday. Should be nice and clear. Gotten down into some cottonwoods, kind of by the creek bed. So we're just going through this wash. There's so many trails around here. You do kind of zigzag through the wash a lot. And then on top of that, on these benches, there's always kind of social trails. We actually saw some deer scat and some deer hoof prints. So again, multiple trails. And it depends too, because right now, if there was a lot of water, we couldn't walk down here. So that's why there's probably trails just up here on this little bench. Not to overuse the statement or the saying, choose your own adventure, but it really is. You can go up top and you kind of have more brush and bushes, or you can stay down here. And since it's not running with water, that's working for us. So we're getting real close to where we camped on our trip 6 years ago. And from there, we're gonna go a little bit further to the confluence with Bullet Canyon and the Grand Gulch. So we have been coming that direction. We finally turned this corner here and boom, first kind of like open views through the canyon. Gonna be making our way down this way to the confluence. I do need to find some water. One of my water bags had a hole in it, and I also dumped it for that reason. So our fearless leader Dom says we are, well, doesn't say, he knows we're at the confluence. Coming up here, so Grand Gulch is gonna go up to the right. Going down that way would take you down south. But we're in camp finding mode. There's already a couple little pads right here, but maybe gonna drop packs and look around, because I do want a primo spot. We didn't come down here for a B or C grade camp spot, I tell you that. So let's go find something sweet. All right, it is 5:30. We've made the turnoff, headed north up Grand Gulch. So we got out of Bullet and we headed up maybe a mile, 3/4 mile or so, maybe a little bit more. But we are in total camp finding mode, and we're kind of going through this wash down here. The trails down here, slick rock. There's some water, so I've been looking for water, and this area is pretty beautiful. I think this is a good spot, and I think it's gonna be a great evening, and the weather's just perfect now. Had that rain. It's a crazy way to start this trip, but here we are down here. I'm already getting good vibes this time of night, these canyon walls. All right, it's time to filter some water. I got my Nalgene and a 4-liter gravity bag. So the water isn't too clear around here. I was looking for something good and gonna have to kind of settle for something like this. So looks pretty muddy, looks pretty gross, but in fact, it'll clean up nice in the gravity. Ready to roll, life straw. So then from here, you unscrew the filter, put the hose in, and it'll filter through directly through, and you can put it into a bottle or whatever you need. So I think earlier I might have said it was Platypus brand, but it is life straw. So all right, let's get back to camp. So we are up on a little shelf in between Grand Gulch right here behind you and side canyon here. Doesn't really go anywhere. Sun finally came out. Probably about 6 o'clock. It's 5:50, so we'll have sun for another hour and a half, 2 hours or so. The rain stopped. It looks wonderful now, and we won't be down in the bottom where it probably get a little chillier down in that gulch. So we'll be up here, and there shouldn't be wind, so thinking this will be a good spot. People have camped here before. Let's get it going. What am I doing? I can't set up the tent without a beer.
Oh.
Time to pop a suddy. Gonna start this off with a Alchemist Focal Banger. Amazing. I think I've had Heady Topper on the video before, but those are their two most popular IPAs. Heady Topper Focal Banger, the Alchemist, they're out of Vermont. Heady Topper, the other beer, is the very first hazy IPA, pretty much. This beer is fantastic. A lot of people in the know kind of like this better than the Heady Topper. That's
I do.
More popular, yeah.
It's better.
Great beer, great can. Show you what it looks like here. Hophead. It's pretty cool because it's like a guy holding a can of the beer, and then he's holding a can of the beer. That guy's holding a can of the beer. It's kind of that mirror inside of a mirror thing. Let's get it popping. Cheers. So Dom's got a 10, it weighs 2 ounces. You paid $930,000 for it. Wait till you see my new tent, guys. Really excited.
Kelty.
Here.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
You're a guy.
Dom's trying out the focal banger. He brought some beers too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Such a good hop.
Yeah. Tis good. What's this tent?
Hyperlight Mountain Gear Mid 1. It is their, at the moment, most ultralight one-person tent. And it only takes 6 stakes and a trekking pole.
It's pretty sweet. He's been doing a lot of through hiking stuff and put a lot of work into the gear. And it's cool to see it in person. Very cool.
Brought the Osprey though, because had to get back to my roots.
You had to bring the big backpack just to make sure some weight was in there. This is beautiful behind us. Hot diggity darn. Here's my new tent. Just kidding. It's the same Kelty one-person tent I've had for the last 8 years.
He gets full use out of his gear.
Tricked ya. I think there's a fine line between getting the full use out of your gear and a cheapskate.
He's a cheapskate for sure, but that's beside
Don't know where that line is yet.
I don't know why you're so weird.
Hey, dude.
Dude.
Hey. Hey. Do you want to trade tents?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I bought this, so I could use your Kelty, bro.
I've been waiting to use your Kelty for so long. So earlier, one of my water bags was leaking in my pack, so I got my sleeping bag, tent, first aid kit. In fact, I should probably pull all of that out right now. And I got all of that stuff wet, so not sure how we're looking. Ooh, sleeping pad feels a little damp. Might be a little damp. We'll let it dry out a minute. But my sleeping bag is the question, and I almost put it in a compression sack. And if I did put it in a compression sack, it would have been waterproof. And it's feeling pretty damp. Let's see what we got. Looks like it's mainly up by the top where I drool anyways, so it'll probably be fine. The toes are dry, which are important. Yeah, it's mainly just at the top. Not bad. Still let this thing air out. Dom is good at having colorful stuff, which is wise. Look at Dom, yellow, you got purple, green, red, orange, all that, right? That's the way you should look when you're outdoors in case search and rescue, right? And then me, frickin' green and green. I don't know what this is. I do wear a blue hat, but I also wear a black shirt all the time.
Green, brown, tan tent.
Yeah.
Gray sleeping bag.
Great, yeah. So this evening has turned out to be glorious. Great colors. Sun's kind of finally set over the ridge, but here's the camp we have. Beautiful spot. So that's looking up the Grand Gulch. We'll be heading up there tomorrow. All right, so it is 7 o'clock, getting pretty dark. Gonna be too dark to film here. So you can see, I don't know if my brightness is turned up, but these walls are magnificent, glowing the rest of the sunlight. Stars are gonna start to come out, but oh yeah, this thing's picking up this brightness incredibly. I'm gonna be going with the Packet Gourmet All-American Burger Works. It's basically dehydrated ground beef, and then you add a little bit of water, boiling water, and let it settle for 15 minutes. And then you add a packet of cheese and some spices, and it actually comes with a condiment thing here with ketchup, mustard, relish, and mayonnaise, which is sweet. And here's that cheese kind of blend in here. It's even got like not croutons, but kind of little bread bites to kind of represent the bun, I guess. I'm gonna put in some tortillas and eat that. Dom's doing a ramen bomb, so he bought a pack of ramen noodle, and then he bought the ramen bomb kind of food part of it from Packet Gourmet. It's like all the toppings for the ramen. What's all in it? Like veggies?
Veggies and chicken, all dehydrated.
Sweet. So it does have the protein, yeah. So,
Yeah.
you know, ramen is just noodles, but yeah, so it's got chicken, veggies, all that good stuff. Beautiful night here. This is a great spot. We had to kind of climb up this little hill here, but we have 360 views of the canyon, and the sun in the morning will be great. And again, the sky's cleared up. It rained on us, yeah, about 3/4 of the whole hike, 2/3 at least, off and on, but beautiful hike down. We're about a mile or so up from the confluence, maybe less. It should be a little bit chilly tonight, high 30s, maybe low 40s. And we're gonna grub down here and enjoy the rest of the night. Gonna crack another beer as well here. Don't think we're gonna be able to see this guy. Oh, you can barely see it. So this is Bale Breaker. They're out of Oregon. Haze Harvester. It is a fresh hop hazy IPA, 6.5%. And if you could see, it's hard to tell, but yeah, there's a UFO pulling up a tractor full of hops. So those gray guys, they want the hops too, the fresh hops. So, just hanging out, tents are set up. I got some murky water that I'm gonna filter and see how that goes. And Dom's changing into some nice warm socks, fresh socks with his sandals. Both our shoes and boots got wet today. We're gonna let those dry out a little bit. But we know tomorrow's gonna be sunny all day, which is amazing. And then the same thing for Tuesday when we hike out. All right, it is 8 o'clock, pretty much pitch dark. It's maybe gonna be hard to see. There's my tent. And here's Dom's light. It's on campfire mode. It's got that nice flicker. Dom's chilling, laying out. Hey there, Dom.
Hey there, mate.
He's chilling, toasting up in the sleeping bag. And I decided it's only 8 o'clock, so we're gonna go for one more beer. Look at this. Oh, this looks great. Lit up. Fremont, Koichi Canyon. Another fresh hop ale. So I mentioned earlier, they do Head Full of Fresh Hops, Koichi Canyon, and also Field to Ferment fresh hop. That's the third. So let's get the Koichi going. Cheers.
Cheers.
Try it out. Good morning and welcome to day 2 out here in the Grand Gulch. We've got a beautiful morning, perfect skies. The sun has not quite hit us. It was a great night last night. I didn't really do a sign-off video, but we hung out for a while and just chatted it up and had a good old time drinking our beers and had a little bit of Southern Comfort. I normally bring Bullet, and I was just looking for a bottle that wasn't too big. God, I don't know why I chose Southern Comfort, but I don't need to choose that again. Dom said I'm better than that.
You are better than that. You don't have to put yourself down to that level.
So I think we went into bed, into the tent around maybe 10:30. Had a good night. A little chilly. I still had another layer I could have put on my top, but my bag again did get a little damp. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Slept in a little bit. I got out of the tent maybe around 7:30, 7:45, actually closer to 8. And I headed back this way down canyon because my gravity water bag that I have working right here, it was empty. So I hung it on the tree and I'm not sure what happened, but it somehow drained. I think I had the filter flipped because I wasn't using it and water got out. So I got some water down in the creek bed this morning. I headed down this direction and then right out of view, you're able to, once I got my water bag, you're able to get up on this shelf. And there were some ruins around the corner yesterday I saw, and it was actually really cool. Day 2 should be absolutely sunny, not a cloud in the sky, and warmer than yesterday for sure. And just simply having the sun on us. Yesterday was raining, but it was off and on rain, but it was just cloudy the whole day. So I don't think we got any sun actually like touching us as far as hiking until this last stretch right before camp last night. I'm gonna make some coffee, maybe make a hot breakfast. I might just eat a Pop-Tart, but we will see. That's looking up a canyon that just dead ends. But these rock features are really cool last night with the kind of night glow behind them. That's looking up canyon. where we're gonna be heading. There is a ruin in there. I can't remember what it's called. Beautiful spot. Done with breakfast. Sun has finally hit our tents. Feels great.
It's actually super hot in my tent now.
Yeah. So we're gonna be packing up here. Not moving crazy fast this morning, but there's nothing wrong with that. We'll be getting going a little bit after 10 here, which is fine. So ultimately we have about, I think we said about 13 miles left for the whole canyon. So we are gonna do a small little detour up Sheiks. We'll get closer to hiking out today than we did last time on our trip for sure, which will be nice. So we'll be able to explore the other ruins in the morning and get back to the car at a decent time. So full day out here today, great weather, gonna get packed up here and start hitting the trail. No way. I have been looking for these. They were either in this tent, like not on this trip in general.
Yeah, just for glasses holders.
They probably were in my sleeping bag. I wanted these like on multiple trips.
Yeah, dude, they're so nice to have on the run.
Got the pack. He's saying bye to this beautiful spot. All right, well, we are strapping things down, tightening up. Packs are up, ready to roll. It's just before 11 o'clock. And again, we're gonna be heading north, not sure how far we're gonna get. We're gonna stop by Sheiks Canyon real quick, get some fresh water, and then make it up a ways. There's gonna be ruins today for sure. There's one off to the left here. Ready to roll on day 2, our full day out here. Fantastic looking weather.
Oh yeah?
Ready to roll.
Let's go.
A lot of water up here. Passing by another campsite or two. We remember this spot from our first trip. Pretty sweet. A lot of water. A lot of water. Oh, I can go down over here. Lots of debris. Lots of water. This is a cool spot. All these kind of rock step ups. Take a dipper. Lots of water here. This is just north of camp by 5 minutes. So we've reached the area with the green mask panel. I'm gonna get closer to these, but these guys are super cool looking. And then there's a couple more in this overhang straight ahead and to the right in the shade up there. And then there is the infamous green mask, which is a still colored pictograph mask. So we're gonna go up there and check it out. Oh, dude. They called one of them, it's like the birthing sea, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a person coming out of another person.
That might show a picture of where it's at.
High on the far east end of the alcove.
What way is east?
Oh,
I think it's that way.
high on the east. Dude.
What?
So, The rock art at the green mask site, including the green mask, based on rock cells, evidence of from the archaic period. So basket weavers in Anasazi were the year 1300-ish.
Yeah.
These are from 6,500 to 1,500 BC.
That's nuts.
This is before the pyramids. The archaic period. So 6,500 to 1,500 BC. Basket maker period from BC 500 to 750 AD. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking, 750 AD. So this is walking in to the green mask panel location. See these guys here? Awesome. I read the little info. There's a little lockbox, and there's pictographs from different time periods. So some of the oldest are from 6,500 BC to 1,500 BC. So that's the archaic period. These guys here are from 15 BC up to 700 AD. And this is the basket weavers. So they had a little bit more detail. I forgot what this scene's called, but it's representing birth, I'm pretty sure. That's what they mentioned in some of the readings and stuff I checked out. And then above us is some ruins. It's hard to tell. These rocks are actually some foundation stuff. It's actually higher than I can really show you right here, but that's kind of a wall right there. So right on this next shelf up there, there's some ruins you can't really access, but these are the panels here. Tons, handprints. Again, that scene right there is really cool. And then I love these dotted guys. It's always strange when they don't have heads. And then this is cool. So this was a building of some kind, underground storage or something. But the really cool thing is these discs. So these ones have kind of fallen off or worn away, but these are intact and they have spirals in them, which is really cool. And then the wall here, it's either painted or charred from fire. I'm actually not really sure. I thought originally it would have been charred from fire, but they might have actually kind of painted the interior of rooms. I'm definitely not an expert on that. Got another building here. And then we're gonna get into the other really cool panels that are gonna be right up above us. Super cool place. Still looking for the green mask, haven't found it. Directly above us here are the ones from the archaic period. So again, 6,500 BC to 1,500 BC. I mean, that's like before the pyramids. This one's crazy. To me, it looks like some like power plant or like mushrooms or something crazy. But there's so much stuff on the roof of this thing. All these dots. And then the really cool stuff is down here a little bit further. It's actually directly above us, kind of. So here's some more. I'm thinking maybe the basket weaver period. This still could be the archaic, but so detailed. This guy looks like Squidward from SpongeBob. So I have found the green mask. It was hiding, and it's really small. I thought it was maybe going to be kind of like the size of a basketball or something, but here it is. Hard to see, but there it is. That's awesome. Literally teal, yellow, red hair. So cool. All right, this water is really good. Right next to the green mask panel. We got a lot of miles to make today, but we found clean water here, which is nice, the cleanest of the trip. So Dom filtered some, I did as well. We checked out the whole panel, which is up there, the green mask. Really cool. I didn't know all those ruins are from different time periods. I mean, I always overlook that when I'm just thinking about everything in the history, because some of the more primitive looking ones, it makes sense that it would have been people from, you know, thousands of years ago, BC. And then the basket weaver tribe were a little more recent, a little more colorful. And also I think the Anasazi and the basket weavers are the guys that made the ruins, not the archaic. I don't think the ruins are as old as the archaic, you know, thousands of years BC. We're gonna head back to the main trail right here, connect to Grand Gulch and head north. Hopefully it'd be nice to make 8 miles. I mean, 10 would be even better. Onward we march in the beautiful desert sun. So we are on this really cool creek bed. Oh, there's some hoof tracks. So we're gonna take it. Shady, lush. Look at this, this is beautiful. Amazing. You're good.
I need to learn what poison oak looks like.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I sat on some on the PCT on my very first day at lunch, and I was all worried the rest of the day.
They're 3-leaved plants. Leaves of 3, leave them be.
Yeah.
Leaves of 4, eat some more. That's what Homer Simpson said. Don't take that advice.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like it will never actually be in the shoot format for look at us choosing our own path.
Yeah. I like this. And you like that. So that is the thumb. I think we took a break up there last time, but we're gonna keep heading up.
They call it a thumb because we're in Utah, but realistically that is a penis.
I'm just gonna stop. So we found a little bit of water. Cool pond, little pour off. We're trucking along, been walking through these washes. It's great footing. So we're gonna have to go around this though, somehow. Probably to the left, maybe.
Left or right?
Or to the right.
Left looks harder to get up. That whole thing just shifted. We're gonna go left. Don't go that way. Just don't take the route I take at all.
Oh. Make your back feel good?
Moseying on. I tell you what, Yolan, when you get to be my age, you need a walking stick.
Ran into this cool guy, an unopened one, which looks really cool. This flower's gonna still bloom. It's almost November. We were just talking about whether it's worth the time to climb up this to look at this flower. And it was worth it for both of us. This could just be one that's off the map.
This is split level.
Let's look at the map when you get in the shade.
But it's split level.
Dom says it's split level. There's ruins up top. Up in there, some old crumbled ruins. And then there's one down in there in the alcove. We're gonna go down there, check that out. So I remember on our first trip, we might have thought this was split level ruin, but it was a little bit further up canyon, but we did stop here, check it out. Pretty cool spot. Got one single ruin left, but some cool pot shards. Old piece of pottery. Very cool. This looks like dung to me, or maybe just rock, but there's a couple cool pictographs. Handprint, some lines. And there's these cool squares. There's also this tree, which is really interesting. Remember last time, dead tree, but wonder how long it's been here. Pretty wild. We got these guys. Pretty small little ruin, but still cool nonetheless. Another cool ruin way up there. That thing's in excellent shape. It almost looks like the left side is like a sheet of rock, solid. Coming around this big alcove. Real big guy. It's getting hot out of here. And we got this split level ruin. It's got some wood poles in the top up there. We're gonna go check it out. Take a little side trail. All right, so we've made it to split level ruin. The split level ruin is up there. You kind of go up to the right of that rockfall where Dom's headed. But it's a 2-story building, which is really cool. They have this chain link here, so it's just around this middle area because there's some remnants right here. And there's even some cool wooden stuff I'm gonna go check out there, but the chain isn't to tell you to not go up there. It simply wraps around. There's even a box. You can read info if you'd like if you come out here, so you're allowed to do this. But you just stay to the right of the chain, head up there, and but again, don't touch any of the ruins. Don't go in them. Don't lean on them. Don't do anything like that. Just take a look and preserve it well. So here we go. So this is the lower building. That split level. Check it out in there. Cool. And this is that chained off area. Some old remnants. They just don't want you walking around in there. This is an old structure, as you can see. Pretty cool. So they used to have turkey pens actually here. There's a ruin up canyon a little more called Turkey Pen Ruin, and they would just have wooden kind of underground areas where they would have turkeys. So it looks like this was almost one. They would have wood over the top, but I'm not sure. But look at all these pot shards. I mean, that's a piece of pottery. That is. It's just amazing. Like all of these in here. Corn cob right there. So you're not supposed to cross this for that reason. You can see a cool red one right there in the middle. So all strewn about here. Gonna make our way up into the steep stuff. Wow. So this one is in great shape. You can see they had large pieces of wood with thin sticks to kind of act as insulator and allow the mud to be put on there. But really cool. Look at these pot shards. They have paint. They actually painted that design. That one too. So cool. So yeah, this thing has like a wooden part right here too. And this structure is just wonderful. But here is the shining gem. Pride and joy of this thing. It's this split level. Look at this thing. Unbelievable. So the wood beams. This thing is the lower unit. You can see the roofing area with the sticks and the logs. And then down here as well, this whole thing is a roof. There's dirt on top, but there's a whole area down under there and you just can't get into it. So you can see that's another chamber of sorts, but this thing, just this view.
You should get the view from where I'm at.
Crazy. I mean, guys, look at that shot. That is amazing. That is so well kept. Here's a last look of split level from below. Can kind of see the front of this guy now. Cool spot. All right, onward. So we've been following some deer tracks for a while, and right now down in this gully, I saw a big deer and its baby. They just ran through into the bushes, so I barely caught a glimpse, but the deer was big, and I don't know if they're coming the same way we are. It was cool to finally see them. Been seeing their tracks all day. We saw those deer, saw 4 of them, pretty sweet. And now we have reached the junction with Toady Canyon coming into the east. And we're gonna be heading north through Grand Gulch. It's a nice camp spot right here, I do remember that. And there was a spring up there last time.
Yeah, we dropped packs like right here.
Yeah, so there's a spring just a little bit up the ways. We're gonna hike another hour or so, at least till we find a good spot, and then be close to getting out tomorrow morning. Onward we hike. It's been a great day though. Long, tiring day. One thing I need to mention is, every clip I show walking, it's generally like when it's a nice part of the trail, but I am just constantly getting smacked in the face, in the arms by bushes the entire day.
Yeah,
like the entire day pushing through plants, wear pants, wear a long sleeve even. I'm just trying to get some sun, but I'm gonna have micro scratches everywhere. So it's definitely some of the most difficult walking we've done in backpacking for sure. Trail finding comes and goes. It crosses the creek. I mean, we've probably crossed the creek 70 times.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Up like extreme steep step ups, like 7, 8 foot, 10 foot little hills to get out of the gulch over and over and over again. So it's tiring stuff. Today's been awesome. Got a late start in the morning, kind of hit the trail by about 11, which was totally fine. It's awesome to get a good night's sleep in. The night before the trip, we both got like 4.5 hours of sleep, if that. Not ideal, but this trail's been awesome. Again, it's been really difficult, but really fun going through the wash. Right now I'm going through it. You can see it's really well maintained. Here's looking forward. This is kind of the way we're going. So there's always trails that cut up and out of it, and sometimes there's a better trail up top, but being in the wash, as long as the ground is stable like it is now, it's not too loose, not too wet, perfect texture, so you can make some good miles with it. But again, see, here's an example of kind of stuff, talking about the bushes in your face and all that. Just gotta kind of move it, going through it all the time. Perfect example now how you can get out of it and then pop back up top and get on a trail up there, which Dom is going to do, because now it gets kind of messy down there. So we'll see what it looks like up here. And up and down, and up and down. So this is pretty sure a turkey pen ruin. It's pretty extensive. I don't think it was chained off last time too. It's been getting a lot of love. I thought maybe the turkey pen was over here. Could be right, could be wrong. Pretty sweet pictographs here, restating that this is not turkey pen ruin. This is one of my favorites. Antelope riding a bike. It's cool though. I don't know what the wheels represent. Some cool pictographs here. So this is indeed not turkey pen ruin, but it is very impressive. Cool little arch. So we're in water finding mode. Dom's got a leader. I probably have 2.5. I mean, we could technically make that work, but there's a spring, so we definitely want to do that. Yeah. Turkey pen ruin is right up there in that alcove at the top. Can't see anything, but it's chained off. The ranger told us that they closed it because there's too much foot traffic.
It's a fresh footprint.
Yeah, it's up there. So I'll again link my first video and you can check it out. Not sure why they closed it though, but obviously they have their reason. It's the only one they did that for, so. Well, that's just a turkey. Don't know what these are. Kind of looks like a bear or a cat. Don't know what that is. Tom and I are trying to figure that out. So we had been looking for water. We passed Junction Ruin and Junction Canyon, and now we're in camp finding mode. It's about 6 p.m. Not being too picky with the camp finding. Just need to find a good spot. Got enough water. Get camp going. Crack our last beer and enjoy the night. I think we found camp. It is indeed a
I'll set up my tent right here.
spot. So we are about maybe 3.5 miles from the trailhead exit. We found some water. It's pretty icky. We did run into a couple camping. We were just wandering around looking for water in a camp and kind of just out of nowhere see a tent. In fact, that's the first people we've seen out here in 2 days. And I asked them about water sources and they're just kind of short. So this is the surrounding cliffs. We're gonna make this work. It's getting dark anyways, but we got a cool canyon here. And this is gonna work for us. I was thinking like right there, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Unless you wanted to go there. Right there.
Yeah.
Like that's your best bet.
All right, time to get camp set up. Take this spot right here.
I will actually need to borrow some toilet paper, and I won't be giving it back. Unless you would really like it. I listen to this album whenever I'm backpacking by myself.
Yeah.
Like I sleep to this. This is what fills my mind for weeks at a time.
Cheers to the Southern Comfort. Highest quality booze in the backcountry. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Night 2 in the Grand Gulch.
The Merrick.
Let's go. Beer 2. I waited for this guy. I bought it a few weeks ago. It is Pure Project out of Southern California, and this can is dope. It is called Mystery Veils the Desert. It is a murky India IPA, so it's a hazy, but just the can. Got a cactus there, and the cowboy, the desert.
The desert.
And it is a, oh, it's a collab with Wren House. They make some good beer, so Pure Project and Wren House. That's good.
Mystery veils the desert.
Tasty hazy.
That's got goodness.
Yeah.
Imagine if you pass somebody though and they're listening to this music. It's like, I don't think anybody would really be mad. They'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
I see it. He's on a quest.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely just not hiking. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Up in the tree?
Bear.
No, but
Bear.
bird.
Bear.
Bear.
I want to. That's what I do in the summer.
Yeah.
Is the unlimited.
Yeah.
Unless I do a 14er, but even then, it'll only be for emergencies. I won't be messaging.
Right. They probably do have really good customer service.
They do, and I
You
really
said it was
should have
an
done it because I would have saved $70.
Exactly. That is Michael Caine. He's a legendary British actor.
Yeah, great. This is the time when you gotta like realize that this
No,
is...
it's true, and that's what friendship is for, is people, you know, helping each other out in their weaknesses. You're stronger at things than me. I'm stronger at things than you.
If I were to talk about bicep curling, like, bro, I'm gonna let you...
Is that really the first thing that you think of my value provides to a situation?
I will let you hold the floor in any conversation about bicep curls. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay.
I won't douse you for
Since that's pretty much how you view me now, I know how you see me. What is the number 2 asset I bring you?
They're hulking.
I think like good morale. This is okay. This is the closest we've ever been to a desert bear.
This is true. We saw
Those were from today.
We saw desert bear tracks.
I think they were from today.
I
I know
think
you
they
said
were
they're
from
not.
yesterday, but
I don't know, mate. But I don't know a lot.
It looked like...
look at my tent. I did it.
Say something fun.
Fun? Alright. This is fun. What we did today was fun. I thought many times, I was like, this is fun. Dom, this is your hobby and this is fun. I'm having fun. Alright? So, whatever one of you said I wasn't, you can just know that this is fun.
Song.
Yes.
I don't eat something sweet when I want it enough.
I ate so much ice cream.
I'm gonna live my life in regret.
All the time. You really have to live.
I'm gonna lay down on my deathbed and wish I would have had more ice
You gotta
cream.
live your life a quarter mile at a time, because for those 10 seconds or less, you are free.
Here's a look at our hearth. So we got the tent set up. I'm doing the Texas State Fair chili. We got our hearth, music on.
You know what's cool? Skyrim, Jeremy Soule has actually released his music, so you can use it in YouTube videos without getting...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we got our fireplace hanging up. Waiting for our food to hydrate.
We are ramen bombed out, dog. Pitbull just has a way with words that some people don't quite understand.
Let's see. It's definitely done. It said warm water. It didn't say hot.
Oh, that's true. It doesn't need to be boiling. Oh,
And
it's
so I
pretty
think-
chunky.
We can still eat it, though.
And then he's got mashed potatoes
Mashed potatoes and
to go into
ramen.
his ramen bomb. Well, I say,
This cheese, it's just good enough. It doesn't matter.
you what?
I'm like this cheddar jack cheese shred.
Cheddar jack cheese. You did say something.
I did do something along those.
Fun. Oh, I need the tortillas.
Ooh, I'm gonna get music playing.
Yeah, do it. Oh, the tortillas are in the tent. Oh, no. I got Texas State Fair chili. About to put the chips and cheese in, the hot sauce, and I got some tortillas for dipping. Dom, do you want to say goodnight?
Good night. Did you want more? My toesies are cozy. Good night. There you go.
Good morning and welcome to day 3 of our trip in the Grand Gulch. Today's forecast looks like partly cloudy skies.
Chance of sun.
40% chance of precipitation. Day 3 here in Grand Gulch. Just had our second night. For me personally, it was a little chillier than the first night.
Technically, this is our 6th day in the Grand Gulch.
That is true.
Prior.
True, and then if you
We
include...
only had a small 6.5-year break.
Yeah. So I think it's about 7:50. I was a little bit chillier last night, but I also didn't layer my upper body properly, and could have worn pants too, but it's all good. Dom is up with the ambient music playing. Gonna get some coffee going, and we only have, well, we have less than 4 miles to hike out. Ooh, it's blurry. Now
Hell
you
yeah.
can see me, now you can't, now you can't. So, let's get going out of this tent. Urban-durgan.
And then I said, hold me now. I need you to hold me now, 'cause I'm right by the edge. And I need someone to hold me.
What you got there, mate?
This is trash. This is a bag of trash.
Is that all your food below?
Yeah, snacks for today.
That's all the food you have left?
Yeah, well, I have more, but it's all.
You're snack rationing?
This is my snack.
Snack ration pack packs?
Snack pack.
So for coffee on this trip, I got the Black Rifle Coffee Company Vanilla Bomb Instant Coffee. I've been rolling 2 of those in my little cup with the boiling water, and it tastes pretty good. Dom's been doing the same. I even brought some protein powder he's put in his to mass gainer to make it chocolate up. All right, it is just past 9 o'clock. We are heading out from our camp here, about 3.5 miles from the trailhead. So we'll get back there. Dom's got to ride the bike 8 miles back down to the Bullet Canyon Trailhead and get the car, and then he'll drive back up to the Grand Gulch, and then we'll be heading home. Another good night. Pretty chilly down here in this kind of hollow. We just had to find a place to camp, but we got water, and we're going to be heading out, get back to the car, grab a bite to eat on the way home in Moab, and be on our way. Grand Gulch again, great place. We only saw 2 people, those 2 girls yesterday afternoon. Great way to finish the season here. Desert is always a good choice when it's cooling down because the mountains are socked in with snow, and we're going to be moving on. Here's a last look at camp. Dom had his tent kind of right here. Then they got a nice sitting log, some rocks. My tent was just past my backpack there. Good spot. You could even put a tent down there in that hollow, and views around. Nice protected. I heard something in the night too. There's a big kind of rock fall or something running on the other side of the creek. I don't know if Dom remembers me waking him up. But yeah, there's something running around out here. And we did see bear tracks yesterday, possibly cat tracks, but that was like 100% a bear, I think. Feels good to get sun. First time this morning, just soaking it in. This is me soaking it in. We're rolling.
I was trying to sing the Dune song, so it wasn't very good. I was like, how am I not?
Look at these guys glowing in the morning. Purdy. So when you reach this pour-off pool down there, don't come through these rocks. You actually have to go up around the slick rock and hang on the shelf and come this way. Pretty steep. Nice breeze this morning. This rock's dope. That thing's gonna fall one day. It's like the size of a house. So coming out of Grand Gulch is actually pretty steep. Kind of forgot. The gulch narrows up, so the trail hugs these shelves a lot of the time, so we just came up here. As you can see down there is not fun hiking, so we're just staying along this bench. Keep going.
We set the record for this segment on Strava.
Heave! Heave! What you know about that, son? What you know about that, brother?
Get out.
Before,
Here we go.
if like you would have done it all before, and I would have never walked in.
So the gate out. It's looking down to the start of Grand Gulch if you come from Kane. All right, we are just a few minutes from the trailhead. Could hear the road. Boo! Ah! No. We'll be back just a few minutes. Gotta say, it's a pretty steep climb out. There's a lot of kind of scrambling and elevation gain. Would you say 600 or 800?
What?
Coming out of here?
It was 500 from where we camped to the top of the canyon from where we were, but this could be higher.
Okay. True. So it is a little bit of a gain. So that's looking back the way we came. We're back up top. That's the road we're going to take coming out. And the Grand Gulch Ranger Station. So Dom's going to head back down this road to the Bullet Canyon Trailhead. It's 8 miles. All right, we got the bike. Dom's going to pee. I'm going to pump it up for him. And he's heading off that way. So a couple cars here. The ranger station is closed, but you can still pull permits before the station's closed. Right now, it's pretty chill out here. There's 4 cars in the parking lot. I'm guessing some of them are down here, maybe fishing Owl Canyon and possibly Moonhouse Ruin. Can take this pack off. All right, back to the trailhead. Beautiful day. All right, it is 11:15 in the morning. We have made it back to the Grand Gulch Ranger Station. Dom is headed that way, back to Bullet Canyon, 8 miles. He's gonna get the car, come on back and pick me up. I think I'll be here probably 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I might try to find some shade. It's a beautiful day. Eat some snacks, drink some water. So I mentioned Dom having to ride the bike 8 miles to Bullet Canyon. So you can see the road and it's got a little grade to it, and then it does drop down, but then there is another steep up, and it kind of goes up and down. So obviously riding a bike, the down sections are going to be fun, just pedal and you could just get flying, but the up sections can be a little tiring. He does have like a road bike, which is good for pavement. The tires were both flat when we got the bike, but there's a pump on it, so we pumped it up. He should be good to go. So, you know, with normal bike pace, it was saying 40 minutes to get to the trailhead. Just hanging here at the ranger station. Sitting in the shade, but I'm also trying to get a little bit of sun before the end of the season. The Dom has returned. Just about an hour, man.
Yeah, I rode the bike all the way down today.
Oh, did you? Yeah, that's dope. All right, I have been back at the trailhead for about an hour. Dom is back after biking and loading up the car and coming back. So it's 12:30. L is for, that's the name of the beer. It's a collab with La Cumbre and Liquid Mechanics. It's a clean IPA, it's delicious. I already had one of them. Dom's got Fremont Field to Ferment Fresh Hop Pale Ale.
Oh,
Comes out once a year in the fall. Oh, he got excited.
Cheers.
Premature. A couple good clean beers, fresh hop.
It was good.
Dom's the runner, so if we didn't have a bike, he could have jogged it, but after carrying packs, that kind of sucks.
I was so happy to have the bike. Thank you, Cody.
Yeah, thanks, Cody, for sure. That did help us out, but it was a great time. A couple people up here at the trailhead, chatting with some folks, and everyone out here is just really cool. They're all in it for the same thing, adventure. Weather's been pretty crazy the last couple of days before the trip, so things are muddy and just a lot of water in the canyons, which is great. This will probably be the last backpack for the season for me, and I think pretty much 13ers, 14ers are done. What were some of your favorite parts of the trip?
I think like the walking.
We've been here before, but what are the ruins and stuff that you really like?
I still just really like Perfect Kiva and Jailhouse. They're really cool.
I agree.
Perfect Kiva is awesome. I like where you can see all the rocks where they like did their corn grinding.
Mm-hmm. What about the green mask panel?
The green mask panel was really cool.
Yeah.
That was definitely really cool. And then I think like I'm a huge fan of like the ruins that are really high up. So like the unnamed ruins were actually some of my favorite. Yeah. Junction Ruin was really cool.
It's crazy. This one before Turkey Pen it's not named, but it's actually like in better shape than some of the named ones, which is crazy. I'm sure I might have had some film about this, but we were looking for campsite and water last night right at Junction Spring, which we never ended up finding. And then Junction Canyon goes up and there's Junction Ruin. So we headed up that canyon and we're just kind of being ourselves, you know, talking, hooting and hollering. And we noticed there was a couple that was already camped on the side, kind of near where we wanted to camp. There's a really good site if we found water. They said there wasn't much water, and we continued up canyon and definitely found some. But when we walked down this side canyon to where the girls were camping to look at the ruin, we noticed bear paws in the mud, which is pretty crazy. I got some photos and video, I think, of that, and they even heard some rustling in the night. So it'd be pretty crazy if a bear came through and they saw it, but we definitely didn't see anything. We did see the deer. The bear trap was sweet. We're gonna finish up these beers, load up, definitely get a bite to eat in Moab, and call it from there pretty much. Awesome trip, Grand Gulch 2024, October. Thanks for watching as always, and we'll see you next time. You ready to roll?
We are ready to roll.
We're rolling out.
I would have it so my TV would turn on every morning, so I watched both of those so much.
There's the bear's ears. This is Comb Wash. We're coming to. You can see the highway. Super cool. Carved right through the rock.
Cheers, brother.
We're here at Zach's in Moab. Right here on the corner. A lot of traffic. A lot of people watching. And grabbing some food. Looking at some good burgers, but decided on a personal pan pizza. Sounds good. Got some service, checking with the wives, and finishing up the trip here. It's a great time.